Welcome back to Dr. Phil. Today we have Dr. Frankenstein, and we will also be bringing out the monster later on in the show. Dr. Frankenstein, would you like to give us what's going on?
Made this monster, and now he's trying to kill me. There's really nothing else to this, and it's like, I gave him life, and I gave him all this, and now all he wants to do is kill me. I don't know why.
Are you having moral conflicts with this monster of yours?
I mean, I was depressed, and I left my wife for 2.5 years before we even got married.
Now, Dr. Frankenstein, is there any emotional attachment with this monster?
I mean, I gave him life, so it's just like a creation. I spent years studying him, and it was just every step of the way. Even I had to dig him out of graves with my bare hands, and he just wants to turn on me.
I understand that, but is there anything that keeps attaching him to you?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you other than he'd have to answer that himself, because I just want to be done with him. I thought he was dead, and he keeps coming back into my life, popping into my life, and now he comes in my life and he's like, oh, I'm going to freaking make your worst nightmares happen.
He's going to make your worst nightmares happen. Okay, after the break, folks, we're going to bring the monster onto the show. We'll be right back.
Howdy folks, welcome back to the Joy of Painting with Bob Rose. Today, we're going to be working on one of my favorite people from one of my favorite books, Frankenstein. We'll put in some beautiful landscape, and we welcome to join along. Kind of changing things up a bit, have some pastels rather than my normal oil paints, but we can still paint along. So,
welcome back to the show. During the commercial break, we had Dr. Frankenstein step off. Now we're going to have Dr. Frankenstein's monster come out, and we're going to talk to him. So, monster, if you would join us on stage. Would you like to say anything? Oh, thank you for being here. Monster, would you? The floor is yours.
I don't have a name. I was never given a name by my creator. But, yeah, I somehow was just brought back to life one day. An ugly creature mixed different bodies of rotting corpses, and just left alone, abandoned by my creator. Abandoned. In an apartment by myself, not even knowing. And I had to leave and find survival, find my own way to live. And when I'm not even doing anything wrong and trying to say I'm evil, but he was the one who attacked me in his apartment and left me to be on my own. And
I see. Now, is there any emotional attachment to your creator that you could say, other than anger?
Than anger. Well, I don't know how to explain it, because it's my creator. He made me. He's why I am here today.
All right. Well, would you like to say anything to the doctor as if he was here?
I don't know. Gotta see how to react. He's here first.
Well, we're gonna bring the doctor on. Excuse me, doctor. If you would like to join us up on stage and talk this out. I'm opening up the floor to you. Oh, we'll be right back.
that's amusing there, so a big guy can hear. Now you'll be thinking, Bob, why is his neck all black? Well, it's not black, and go very dark in contrast with what's going on the background, because I like to think that when Frankenstein sat down and was thinking about things when he took his vacation, that he was looking at some beautiful mountains and forest scenery.
Welcome back to the show. We finally have Dr. Frankenstein here with us. Calm down. He's sitting down with us, the monster. Dr. Frankenstein, I'll leave it open to you.
Why'd you kill my wife, man?
Why didn't you give me a wife, man? I'm all alone, man.
I was not supposed to know. I thought you were dead from the thing in the lab when you tried to kill me.
We talked about this in the cave, man. What Katie? The ice Katie.
When you knocked me out and almost killed me.
I've not clarified what I demanded. So your wife is dead.
I was gonna make you all right.
She's dead.
Hold on.
not me.
Now, just to be clear, you're upset because you demanded a wife.
Yeah,
And
hell
you did
yeah.
not get a wife.
Yeah, he's not providing. Like,
Why did you not create a wife for the monster?
I was in the process of making the wife, and I had to get a heart, and I didn't have a heart. Well, I don't. You're getting married, and you have love, and I don't, and just rip the heart right out of her.
you hear what kind of crap that is, man?
Now,
I told him.
I understand.
I told him, and he went back on his word. He stopped making a bridal, so I had to take what was his. He wanted to give me what should be mine, so I
Now,
took
you
what
have
his.
to understand, he was getting married before this to Elizabeth, and it's not okay for you to just rip hearts out of people. Now, I understand why you're upset, and I understand why you're upset more because your wife is dead. Now, Monster, you can't just go around ripping people's hearts out.
See, Dr.
because
Phil, I didn't
of
ask
your-
to be
No,
recreated.
no.
I didn't ask to be recreated,
Let me
Dr.
finish.
Phil.
Let me finish. Because of your anger, that's not okay. Go ahead.
Dr. Phil, I didn't ask to be created though. I was just brought to life. So that's just part of human nature, love.
None of us are asked to be created, though. It's part of life.
But I already lived my life, died, and got brought back again. I didn't ask to be brought back a second time.
This is true. I also understand your side where you are lonely, but he was also getting married and had to take time off. He probably would have gone back to the creation after that.
He destroyed his creation, dumped it,
Would
and
you
that's
like
why
to elaborate on
Henry
that?
had to die for that. Henry had to die because of his actions.
Dr. Frankenstein.
I was in a boat, and with his chopped up pieces, because in my heart, these were not the right human pieces for him. So I dumped him in a boat. I wound up in jail because they thought I was suspicious for having a basket full of body parts. But all in all, I was just really hoping that he would understand. And he was talking to me about being lonely and how he hated being created. So it's like, why do you want to live?
Well, we'll be right back. This is a very compelling issue for both of you, and we're going to try to get to a conclusion here. We'll be right back.
Jamie, have you ever heard of the book Frankenstein?
I've seen the movie.
Well, look, the fans want a myth from Frankenstein, so we're busting one out.
What are we doing?
Okay, so in the movie, Frankenstein's wife or fiance or whatever gets caught on fire and blows up the house. I say we put this to the test. This is Frankenstein explosion, test 1. You got the button?
Yes.
Go for it.
3, 2.
Wow!
Welcome back to the show. We are hitting some very compelling points from these two on the whole Dr. Frankenstein and monster situation. Now, just to recap, you have killed how many people now?
I've lost count, but at least 5.
I want you to understand that is illegal. From what I understand, you killed William and Henry, two of the closest people to Dr. Frankenstein. Can you tell us why you did that?
One, Dr. Phil. Then 2, you say it's illegal, but I'm not a human. I'm not a human being. I am a monster. I am a creation of another human. I don't have the same morals and ethics that you two might. And why I killed those 2 closest people to Dr. Frankenstein here is because he wouldn't help me, and he made me. I should be one of the closest things to him because he's the creator of me. Yet I was abandoned, so I took what he loved from me.
But do you understand that killing people is wrong?
I'm not a human, so I don't think.
but you obviously have emotion because you love your creator, but he doesn't necessarily love you back. Is that correct?
Sure.
Okay. Now, Dr. Frankenstein, can you tell us more of what it made you feel after hearing that the monster killed your close friends and relatives?
It was definitely devastating, but I mean, for the reasons he did it, I guess it's acceptable. I understand, but
Take your time.
I understand his point. But to me, it's detrimental because as every one of these people died, it made me more and more not want to create something for someone who's, or no, something that's destroying me.
Do you think if you got to know the monster more that you would have taught him morals and educated him and learned to love him as a son, as if he was a son of yours?
You know, just before I had died, I had really taken it in and really talking to this captain of the ship and realized what had gone wrong. And I think if there was a chance to go back and switch everything around, we would have figured everything out and we would have maybe become that father-son like relationship.
And in that, you understand that you may have ruined this monster's life.
Yes, but I mean, look at him now. He's smarter than I could have ever made him.
Do you have anything to say on that?
Thanks. Well, and then more like when you died, I felt lost, because I wasn't even given a name, but my own creator, so I felt lost, and that's why I was ready to die and just went into the wilderness and died.
Well, we will be right back. We seem to be hitting some ground here and getting better. Stick around.
Take some yellow. Put some water on that. Yeah, don't get too excited on me. And I'm gonna hit some top, just on the lock, right there. So kind of reactivate that. Let it drip for some beautiful, beautiful texture. Oh yeah, it's looking good already. Now, if you would like, you don't have to. You can go back, hit some of the areas with the solid pastel, kind of create darks and lights in the area. There you go. Feel like you could reach out and choke me like Lil Henry. There we go. You feel this character coming around already. Accent on that nose a little. Some jawline feature. Fantastic. There you go. There's a pastel painting of Frankenstein. Please read the book. It's a fantastic book. Thank you for joining me today on a wonderful adventure. Bye.
Welcome back to the last bit of the show of Dr. Phil. I'd say this is the most successful show I've had between two conflicts. Dr. Frankenstein, the floor is open to you if you'd like to say anything to the monster.
I want to say I'm sorry. And here's a rose to represent life and our next lives.
Dr. Phil, you crying?
I'm not, no. I just got some dust in my eye. That was beautiful, though. All right, thank you for tuning in to